Hello, everyone. Terry Newsom from Behind Enemy Lines. I apologize. I got a bad sore throat. So earlier this week, we had the mayors from Denver, Chicago, New York, and Boston speak before Congress. We heard Congresswoman Mace and Luna claim that these four mayors lied as it relates to immigration law. And I think they did. And I know they put them up for an investigation. So hopefully Pam Bondi's going to go after them for that. But what I don't think these congressmen realized is that they lied above and beyond that. So I have a clip here. We heard over and over and over again that nobody is above the law, right? Nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law, especially as it relates to Donald Trump. For years, we heard that. So these four mayors in front of Congress lied when they all said, we don't break any federal laws. All of them said it, and I'm going to show you a clip where they said so. I am not against legalizing marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana, never smoked marijuana. So it's not, I think it should be legalized. I think it's less dangerous than alcohol, but that's a whole different discussion, right? So all four of these mayors have something in common. They all sell marijuana in their cities. It's a federal crime. It's a federal crime to sell weed. I think Chicago and New York enacted the legalization of selling marijuana in their cities under Biden administration. I think they thought they were going to have the law change. So anyway, they all lied. They all said they don't break any federal laws. So I'm going to show you a clip here that talks about how nobody is above the law from the Democrats. And then you're going to see, in their own words, these four mayors lie to Congress and say they don't break any federal laws. So I think Trump should go back to them and say, listen, nobody is above the law. Therefore, unless you start cooperating with Tom Homan and you help us remove these criminal gang elements and Trent Largo and all these scumbags who came in here illegally, we are going to send the DEA into all four of your cities. And we're going to shut down all those illegal marijuana shops because you guys tell us nobody is above the law. So please watch this. And then on the back end, we'll jump in again because Mayor Johnson actually said it twice. Since I'm from Chicago, I have a special love for that man.
No one is above the law.
Does uphold the basic notion that nobody's above the law.
That no person, including the president, is above the law? Absolutely essential?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, the rule of law is essential to our democracy.
The most important takeaway from this case is that nobody's above the law, including Donald Trump.
We don't have kings in America, and I don't intend to bend the knee to one.
The fact is, no one is above the law.
Do you all hate Donald Trump more than you love your country, Mayor Adams?
I respect my president. I respect my
Yes
country.
or no? You're having the hardest time today.
Senate.
Mayor Johnston?
I love my country.
Yes or no?
I love my
Okay.
country.
Mayor Johnson?
As the son of a pastor, I love everyone and this country.
Mayor Wu?
I love my country and my city.
Do you all, are you all willing to go to jail for violating federal law? Mayor Adams?
I'm not going to violate federal law, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mayor Johnston?
We don't violate federal law either.
You don't violate federal law.
We do not violate federal law.
Is it violating federal law if you don't honor detainer requests from ICE?
Absolutely not. In fact, the statute Congressman Biggs shared, we explicitly follow. The statute says you cannot prohibit city employees from sharing information about someone's status with the government. We do not prohibit that.
Do you love illegal aliens more than you love your fellow countrymen?
I love all the residents of the city and county.
Mayor Johnston, are you willing to go to jail for violating federal law?
The city of Chicago complies with all laws.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Mayor Wu?
We are not violating federal law.
Mayor Wu, I have a last couple questions for you. Do you believe that ICE arresting a child rapist, quote, threatens everyone's safety, end quote? Yes or no?
No.
Does ICE arresting a murderous MS-13 gang member threaten everyone's safety? Yes or no?
No.
I would like to hold up this quote of you where you say, ICE's efforts actually threaten the safety of everyone, end quote, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. You're a hypocrite. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
All right, folks. So what'd you think about that? I'm not an attorney, but all four mayors clearly lied when they said they don't break any federal laws, right? It's a federal crime to sell marijuana. I mean, there's all kinds of people that are in federal prison for selling marijuana, including minorities, the ones that Johnson loves, right? Mayor Johnson's a mayor of the people, but he's selling weed illegally in the city of Chicago. So you're going to see a video clip here I have of Luna, Congresswoman Luna, calling out Mayor Johnson and the other mayors, saying that they're violating immigration law. And then she goes on to say that she's going to put them up for investigation with paying Bondi. So hopefully that in itself is enough to go after him, let alone lying to Congress. And Mayor Johnson did it twice. He said he abides by all federal laws. Yeah, she said local, state, and federal law. Well, he's violating federal law by being a weed dealer. He's a drug dealer, right? So hopefully Donald Trump will pick up the phone, call Mr. Patel, and tell Patel to call Johnson, as well as Pritzker, because the state of Illinois sells weed everywhere. It's a sanctuary state and city. And have Patel threaten these guys and say, listen, nobody is above the law. We know that. You reminded us over and over again. Even the president is above the law. Johnson, Pritzker, you're not above the law. Pritzker, you're not a king. It's a federal crime to sell marijuana. Therefore, either you're going to cooperate with Tom Homan, you're going to cooperate with ICE, help us make the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago less violent. We're going to get rid of these criminals, illegals, gang members, Trendelargua. And if you don't cooperate with us, we're going to send the DEA into the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. We're going to shut down every one of your dispensaries until you cooperate and you do the right thing and stop breaking federal immigration law and cooperate with us, or we're going to lock you up for being drug dealers. So I have proof that Mayor Johnson knows it's a federal crime to sell marijuana. I'm showing you right now a screenshot from the city of Chicago's website where he acknowledges that it's a federal crime, even though they're selling it in the city of Chicago. I also have from the city of Chicago website where Mayor Brandon Johnson is openly advertising for his illegal weed shops in the city of Chicago. He's advertising the location where he illegally sells marijuana, which is a federal crime. So watch this tape. You're going to see Brandon Johnson lie for the second time and say he does not break any local, state, and federal laws. He's a drug dealer. So it's time to hold him accountable. Nobody's above the law.
In this, it says, Johnson said earlier this week that he's willing to use civil disobedience and, if necessary, going to jail to stop deportations. My final question would be for you, Mr. Mayor Johnson. Do you believe that Chicago's welcoming city ordinance encourages illegal aliens to enter the United States, specifically into Chicago? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So you don't believe that banning the transfer of individuals into ICE custody for the purpose of civil immigration enforcement encourages illegal immigration into Chicago? Or how about agencies, sorry, one second, or agents not being able to stop, arrest, or detain individuals based solely on their immigration status or administrative warrant?
So we comply with all laws, local, state, and federal.
To me, after this line of questioning, it's very clear that these policies that you have all implicated are active and alive and well in your cities, are in direct violation with U.S. Title 8 Code subsection 1324, and it is a federal offense. But you all speak about a broken immigration system, and yet here you guys are aiding and abetting in that entire process. I want to be very clear about something. Open border policies, which is something that you guys are talking about, hurts people on both sides, meaning the people that are coming here illegally and then American citizens as well. I do not think you guys are bad people, but I think that you are ideologically misled. which is why, unfortunately, based on your responses, I'm all going to be criminally referring you to the Department of Justice for investigation. And as soon as I leave here, these will be going over to Pam Bondi.